This is Cavitation 101. I'm Joan Johnson, and this is Beauty Over 50 on a Budget, where I do body sculpting, body contouring, and sprinkle in a little bit of anti-aging and skincare. If this has sparked your interest, please consider subscribing to my channel. Okay, I do a lot of body sculpting on my channel. I get asked questions all the time. What machine do I use? How do I use it? I'm going to go through all of that with you today. First, what is ultrasonic cavitation? Ultrasonic cavitation is ultrasound waves that are emitted into the deep layer of the subcutaneous fat, and it busts up those fat cells and they drain. Then our lymphatic system picks up that drainage and expels it from our bodies. How do I get the drainage expelled from my body? Through an active lymphatic system. In order to get the best results from your cavitation, you need your lymph to be moving. Sometimes people don't get results from their cavitation because their lymph is not moving. Drinking lots of water, having a diet high in fiber and low in carbs, and an active lifestyle. Just taking a brisk walk will get your blood pumping and your lymph moving. I also like to do dry brushing. Dry brushing is a good way to get your lymph moving and exfoliate your skin. Deep massage. After I do ultrasonic cavitation and radiofrequency skin tightening treatment, I always follow up with a good massage every day when I get out of the shower. I massage the area really well. I just knead into it and massage it really well with a good massage oil. But you don't have to use an expensive massage oil. This is not expensive at all, and it just smells wonderful. But you can also use olive oil. Olive oil would be a great choice, and so would coconut oil. Coconut oil would work as well to get that lymph moving and to massage deep into that subcutaneous fat. Another way to expel all of those toxins is wearing a sweat garment. I always wear a sweat garment after I do my treatments. I will finish my treatments and I'll immediately put on a sweat garment, and I'll wear it for a few hours because that just makes it continually sweating that area to get rid of those fat cells that I just busted. Now, how do I perform the treatment? To do a cavitation treatment, you're going to start out vertically, up and down on whatever area that you're working on, whether it be your thigh, your abdomen, your arm. You're always going to go in a vertical direction. Then once you've gone completely around that area, then you're going to go in a horizontal direction. And then once you're completely gone around your area, then you're going to go in a circular motion all the way around. And then once you're done with that, then you're just going to repeat it. I usually do my treatments for about 15 minutes with cavitation. I can usually go 3 times around each area. What frequency of a machine do I buy? This is so confusing because the frequencies of the machine go by kilohertz. And the lower the kilohertz, the stronger and deeper the ultrasonic waves go into the fat. So ultrasonic cavitation machines run from 25 kilohertz all the way up to 80 kilohertz. And how that is measured is, let's take 80 for example. 80,000 kilohertz per second, that machine will run. So 80,000 kilohertz of sound waves per second into that area. 25 kilohertz is 25,000 sound waves per second into that area. What's confusing about it is you would think that 80 would be better than 25, but that's not always the case with cavitation. 25,000 kilohertz per second goes deeper into the subcutaneous fat for thicker fat. For thinner fat, you would go to the 80. I feel like the sweet spot is 40 because the machines go 25, 30, 40, 60, 80, and that's the range of ultrasonic cavitation. So I feel like the sweet spot is 40, and that's where you're pretty good right there with getting the thick areas of fat and the thinner areas of fat. in my opinion. What's the first thing that you're gonna do when deciding to buy an ultrasonic cavitation and radiofrequency skin tightening machine? You're gonna look at your body. You're gonna look at your needs. Do you have thicker areas of fat or do you have thinner areas of fat? Because if you have thicker areas of fat, you're gonna wanna go lower on the kilohertz than higher. The second thing is do you tolerate the sound waves in your inner ear? Because the lower the kilohertz, the higher the sound wave. So a 40 kilohertz machine can tend to be higher in your inner ear than an 80 kilohertz machine. So those are the different things that you need to be aware of. Another thing to think about if you're very sensitive in your inner ear is to use laser lipo instead of cavitation. So just know that if you're super sensitive in your inner ear to the high pitch the cavitation makes, you're gonna wanna go up in kilohertz. That's why I feel like the 40 is the sweet spot, because it's not so low on the kilohertz that the sound wave is so piercing to your inner ear, but it's not high enough that it won't penetrate the deep layers of fat. How do you set up a treatment schedule? You can set up a treatment schedule by doing your cavitation every 3 days. I like to work on one body part at a time. These treatments take dedication. So I like to focus on one body part at a time. If I'm doing my legs, I will only focus on my thigh. It takes your body 3 days to expel all the toxins that you created by doing these treatments. Cavitation machines don't have to break the bank. On my channel, I demonstrate machines that are under $100 all the way up to several thousands of dollars. And you don't have to get the most expensive machine to get great results. You can get a good quality machine in the mid-range price that can last for years, and you can use it over and over. That's the great thing about doing DIY, is that you own the machine. You're not paying someone thousands of dollars and then go home empty-handed. You have the machine that you can use over and over and over. That's why I love owning my own machines, is that I can use them at my leisure and they're mine. I own them. I can do as many treatments as I like. I hope this video helped answer some of your questions on ultrasonic cavitation. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Like and subscribe and leave a comment down below.